Hi everybody, welcome back to Art History. I know that I missed you over the last couple weeks, so I'm glad we can all be back in school and focus again on our learning of historical artists and their famous works. So this week we're talking about a new artist. His name was Vincent van Gogh, and this is a portrait. Good. So a self-portrait, he painted himself, and you can see in his paintings, he's got a lot of really wavy lines that he likes to do. You can see even like on his forehead, he did some wavy lines. That was kind of one of his signature things. We'll see it really a lot here in Starry Night. This is his most famous painting. You can see there's the moon and the stars, and the sky is all kind of swirly, right? And what do you think this is down here? What do you think that is? Does it kind of look like a building maybe? Or like an old tree? Something on the edge, right? And you can see there's a bunch of houses, and that one maybe looks like it's a church because it has a big steeple. He was also known to paint a lot of flowers, mainly sunflowers. And you can see even in the background, there's like different kinds of lines. You see how he's going back and forth there? And then this is another painting that he did. And you can see that's just like a bedroom, right? That's the bed, and we've got two chairs, and there's a little table. And you can see there's stuff hanging up on the wall. Those are all paintings. And we've talked before about installations. Installations are when you would go into a room and it would be full of art and you would be in the art. We talked about how artists have done that with rooms where you walk in and you feel like you're in the clouds, or rooms where you walk in and it's like you've walked into a magical forest. Artists have done a lot of different kinds of installations. And Van Gogh, because he was so well known, has his own museum in Amsterdam called the Van Gogh Museum. And there they started this pop-up installation, and you can see this woman. It's like she's walked into this painting. So that's an installation that they did based on his artwork. So that's pretty cool. Now, normally we would do our flashcards, but our book today is a little bit longer than normal. So we're gonna skip those today, and we'll come back to those next week. All right, so this book is called Vincent Can't Sleep, because his name is Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh. Good. Vincent can't sleep. So while the sturdy Dutch village of Zundert slumbers, he lies rocking in his wooden cradle. Flame-haired, a constellation of freckles sprinkling his cheeks, his shining eyes changing color, first blue, then green, and dart after pink and yellow, starlit shapes that twinkle on the ceiling. Vincent can't sleep. Mother will fuss, father will frown. He might wake his little brother, Theo. You know a Theo. In half light, his pencil drawings flicker on the sloping beams of their attic room. Carrying laced-up leather boots, he tiptoes down narrow pine stairs, turns the front latch, inching the door open to a wild shimmer of midnight air. Vincent can't sleep. Out, out, out he runs, flying through the garden, Marigold, geranium, blackberry, raspberry. Past the church with its tall steeple, down rolling hills and sandy paths meant for sheep. He dives at last into the velvety violet heath, snuggles under a blanket of sapphire sky, and looks up, up, up to visit with the stars. That looks like his painting, doesn't it? Vincent can't sleep away at boarding schools in bigger towns. Dull classes, colorless teachers, rainbowed memories of home, while other students study, play, and laugh together. Vincent draws, writes, and sighs alone. He runs into the soothing darkness and is brought back to the harsh light over and over again. Vincent can't sleep. Though he's grown working in gleaming cities, he stocks and sells paintings in Uncle's fashionable galleries. Excited, bored, eager, lazy, explosive, shy, his many-colored moods scare the customers, and he's forced to go. Oh, no. Vincent can't sleep, wandering west in England, south in Belgium, teaching, shopkeeping, preaching. His letters filled with roadside scenes, peasants and thunderclouds inked along the way. Now he calls himself an artist. The neighbors whisper. His family worries. Is Vincent lost? He drifts hundreds of miles in a tattered hat and cloak, framing haloed sunsets with charcoal-stained hands. Vincent can't sleep and won't stop painting. He's found his light. After scattered lessons from proper artists, he takes off canvas and paints strapped to his back. Flashing brush strokes capture country cottages at dusk, city cafes at midnight, canvas after canvas, like radiant chapters in a book only Vincent can read. He discovers that darkness is not plain black. Galaxies of colors float in the night air. Vincent can't sleep, shut tight in a hospital, told to rest as dark hills wave past his window, first blue, then green. He pictures a snuggling village, a flaming cypress, a tall steeple pointing up, 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 waits for morning when he's allowed to paint, and asks himself wild questions. Does darkness have a texture? Thick or thin? Does it have a rhythm? Quick or slow? Is the night sky at rest, or do 11 stars pulse like a beating heart? Then his painting stands finished, a whirling, moonlit dream reflecting the warm sun, bold and infinite, like the wandering Milky Way, strange and restless, like Vincent himself. A sensitive boy, a hidden genius, a brilliant artist, the one who knows best the many colors of the night. There's his famous painting, Starry Night. Shh. Vincent is asleep. Do you see him there? He's laying down, he's sleeping. And then you can see here are some of his paintings. So we have the Starry Night. This one is called The Bedroom. That's a pretty easy one, right? And this one is Cafe Terrace at Night. And then down here, there's a little quote from Vincent van Gogh. It says, "It often seems to me that the night is much more alive and richly colored than the day." And I do like going out at night and seeing the stars. And Miss Bridget lives out in the country, and so when I go outside, I can see so many stars, and it's very beautiful. And that's one of my favorite things at night to look at. So Vincent van Gogh, you saw that he had grown up wanting to be an artist, like many of the artists that we've talked about. And as he got older, he had to work really hard to make that happen. That's the story we always hear, right? Artists have to work really hard to become good and famous artists. They have to keep painting or drawing or doing whatever it is that they do for many, many, many years. So we have to just go ahead and keep working on our art, because the longer we work on it, the better that we get. All right, so I will see you next week when we will talk again about Vincent van Gogh, and we will do an art project together. You have a good rest of your day. Bye.